Alright, let's talk about the compromise and software development. So compromise is not only the secret for successful marriages or long friendships, but it is also a secret for successful software development. When designing software, it is important to consider multiple perspectives. For example, you are developing mobile banking app. So you being a developer would want to have a clear code, clean logic and proper error handling so that the application is easy to fix and update later. But your user would want to check their balance and transfer money quickly with a few taps. So if the app is fast but the code is messy, developers would struggle to maintain it. On the other hand, if the code is perfect but the app is slow and confusing, so user would stop using it. So the software system must satisfy qualities that matter to users as well as developers. The way software is structured impacts performance, quality for users, and reusability and maintainability for developers. For example, let's say you are developing an e-commerce website where you have a component for shopping cart. Now if the shopping cart has poor structure, so it can impact the performance and the maintainability. For example, if you write all the code for the shopping cart in one big file, so users will experience slow loading and developers find it hard to add discounts or coupons. On the other hand, if you have a good structure, like you divide this one big component into smaller other components like cart, payment and discounts, so user will get faster performance and developers can reuse the cart logic in other application. Performance versus maintainability. Let's say you want to add some rules and you want to hard code for those rules into the code directly. So by doing that, you can actually increase the performance, but on the other hand, the system won't be maintainable because each time the rule changes, so you have to rewrite the code, and which is never encouraged. Next one we have is performance versus security. For example, you are developing a website or an application for file uploading. Now here you can have two types of file uploading. The one way is to scan the files properly and then upload it. It may affect the performance, but your website will be highly secure because you filter all the malicious files before uploading. On the other hand, if you skip the scanning activity and you directly upload the files to the website, so then the website can get unsecure files as well, and which can harm the website. So that's how you can have the trade-off between performance and security. Alright, let's talk more about the compromise. Designing solutions often requires compromises between client desire and technical constraints. For example, you are developing a website or an application for your user, for your client, and your client wants to add more flashy banners and more HD videos to each of the page. Now that is just a desire from your client, but you being a developer know that if you fulfill this desire, it will drastically slow down the speed of the loading of each page, and which may not be accepted by some of the clients. So you have to make compromise. Either you add all the flashy banners and videos and make the speed slower, or you add just a few and only required videos and flashy banners and keep the speed that is reasonable, that is acceptable. So you have to make compromise, only then you would be able to develop a successful system. Designs must be revised if the conceptual components or connections cannot be realized technically or do not meet requirements. If you have designed, for example, in your design you demonstrated that the system would be connected to multiple banks directly, but banks do not allow you direct connection. So what you do, you have to revise the design and then you have to demonstrate in the revised design that we will be having third-party payment gateways. So by doing this, you can actually making something which is feasible, which you can implement. So you have to revise the design. It is easier to redesign in the planning stages than once coding has started. You have not started coding yet and you have just drawn the sketches on the paper for a website. It's easier to change the menu or something you want to add new in on the paper. But once you develop the system, now changes are very costly. It's like you draw a sketch for a building, so changing the sketch is easy, but once you build a building and then you want to make changes, so you have to tear down the walls and rooms. Now that is quite expensive, so you have to avoid changing later. You have to design the system well. Larger systems demand more detailed design and component breakdown, ensuring feasible plans that guide development effectively. For example, you are developing a system for hospital management system. So here you have to break down the system into multiple subsystems like patient record and lab reports, appointments. Now each of the system can be developed by separate developers simultaneously, and you can maintain the system easily by tracking each of the subsystem. If there is error, so you have to know, you can easily track that the error is in a particular subsystem and that is developed by Mr. A, so you can ask him that there is an error in report lab or patient record or maybe in appointments or in some other modules. And in future, if you want to add some other feature, you can easily add those features as well without tearing down the functionality of other systems, other subsystems.
Thank you so much for watching this. Before you go, please don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel and turn on the notification bell so you never miss any of my upcoming videos. I regularly share valuable lessons, practical tips, and step-by-step tutorials to help you improve and grow. And if you are serious about mastering software design and architecture and want a complete structured learning experience, so I have created a full course that includes detailed lessons, assignments, quizzes, and downloadable workbooks to help you practice and apply what you learn. So if that sounds helpful, just check the link in the description below and enroll in the course today. I would love to see you inside and support you on your learning journey.